Alright guys, in this course there are only two things that you absolutely have to buy. One of those is a domain name, and this is going to cost about $3 to $6, $7, $8, $9 each year, so not a very large investment. And you're going to need to buy hosting, and that's going to run anywhere from $3 a month to up to $9 or $10 a month. So very insignificant investment for creating an online presence. And we're going to use GoDaddy for our domain management and purchasing. So let's just go ahead and type in GoDaddy into Google, and let's just pull up GoDaddy.com. Now, right at the top, we can go ahead and search the domain names and find a domain name that we like, a domain name that's applicable to our business. And I'm sure excuse me, I'm sure a lot of you have thought about the domain name you may want. And if you haven't, well, I'm going to give you some pointers on some good practices. And my first pointer is only choose a .com. Don't go .us, don't go .biz or .org. Stick with the standard .com. The second pointer is make it easy to type. If it requires like a lot of attention to type correctly and it's hard to spell, people are going to lose focus easy. Another thing is make it easy to remember. If you tell someone and they go home and they're like, wait, what did he say? I can't really remember. Well, that can cost you business. And that leads me to my next point, which is keep the name as short as possible. It's easier to remember short domain names, and the shorter name you can get, I'd say, the better. And another pointer is try to not use hyphens or numbers or get weird with your domain. Keep it simple and let's use letters. So now that we have a couple ideas on how to pick out a domain, let's go ahead and search for a domain and actually buy one. The domain name I've selected is going to be yes-to-press.com. It's simple, it's easy to remember, it's somewhat quirky, and it's going to be a placeholder essentially for this website that we're going to be creating through WordPress. So my domain doesn't really apply to any business because it's not for a law firm or a bakery, whatever business you may be building a website for. So I'm just going to name it, or try to name it, yes-to-press.com. Let's search. And this is where you cross your fingers and hope your domain name is available. And yes-to-press.com is available. And I'm going to just select this. That's going to add it to my cart. And I'm going to go ahead and click continue to cart. And this is where GoDaddy will try to upsell you on some stuff. And we're just going to say no thanks to protect my personal information. Don't worry, we're not going to be doing anything that will put your personal information in jeopardy. So we'll say no thanks. Step 2, we have options here. We have an option to select a hosting provider plan. We're not going to be doing hosting with GoDaddy. We're going to be doing hosting elsewhere. So don't select any of those, and we can also add email to our domain. We're not going to be doing email through GoDaddy either, and I will show you guys how to set up your email accounts with your domain later on in this course. So let's just make sure we have all we need, and we're not going to select any of the extras, and let's just click continue to cart. Okay, so my total cart says $50. Well, that is not right. So let's see what they've added. Oh, it's the term is 5 years. It's trying to get me to buy the domain name for 5 years. I just want it for 1 year. For that, $9.99 is what it will cost me per year. So I'm going to keep my personal info public. And let's make sure we don't have any add-ons. We don't. We can see it's just this ICANN fee. And let's go ahead and I'm going to proceed to check out and buy this domain. And the website that we build throughout this course will be under yes-to-press.com. So are you a new customer or are you a returning customer? A lot of you are going to be new customers. So I want you to go ahead, click continue over here and fill out your information, enter your payment information, and go ahead and purchase the domain name that you have selected.